Hi everybody, today we're going to look at the negative exponent rule. The negative exponent rule comes from an extension of the quotient rule for exponents. We already know that x to the m over x to the n is equal to x to the m minus n. That helps us solve things like x to the 8th over x squared. We know we're supposed to subtract the exponents, which gives us x to the 8 minus 2, which simplifies down to x to the 6. But what if we have the situation where the exponent in the numerator is smaller than the exponent in the denominator? For example, we could look at y cubed over y to the 5th. To simplify this, let's start by expanding both y cubed and y to the 5th. That gives us 3y's in the numerator and 5y's in the denominator. We can go through and cancel pairs of y's. So I can get rid of the first y in the numerator and denominator, then the second y in the numerator and denominator, and then the third y in the numerator and the denominator. The last two y's in the denominator don't have a matching y in the numerator, so I have to leave them alone. In the numerator, when we cancel, we're left with a factor of 1. In the denominator, we have 2y's, so that becomes y squared. If we look at this using the quotient rule, then we could write y cubed over y to the 5th is y to the 3 minus 5, which reduces to y to the negative 2. This shows us that y to the negative 2 is the same as 1 over y squared. So we can see a negative exponent changes into a positive exponent when I put the factor in the denominator, which leads us to the negative exponent rule. When we're given x to the negative n, we can write 1 over x to the n. Notice our negative exponent becomes positive when we put it into the denominator. Let's try a few examples. Our first one says write without a negative exponent, and we're given t to the negative 3. We can rewrite that as 1 over t cubed. Next we have 9x squared y to the negative 3. We'll put the 9x squared in the numerator, and then the y cubed goes in the denominator. So let's make that even bigger. Now I have 14x cubed y to the 10th over 7x to the 8th y squared. We want to look at this in pieces. We know 14 over 7 is 2. Then we apply the quotient rule to our two variables. We'll have x to the 3 minus 8 and y to the 10 minus 2. That simplifies to 2x to the negative 5th, y to the positive 8. When we turn that into a fraction, we put the 2 and the y to the 8th in the numerator. Then we move x to the 5th to the denominator. Negative exponents are useful in many fields, including finance, statistics, biology, physics, business, and probability. Let's look at a quick application of flipping a coin that we can all relate to. We see coin flips all the time. Maybe flipping a coin helps us make a decision, but we also see flipping a coin in many professional sporting events. So let's consider that every time we flip a coin, we have a 1/2 chance of getting ahead. So let's say we flip a coin 8 times and want to know the chances of getting 8 heads in a row. When we calculate a half times itself 8 times, that's like having 1/2 to the power 8. This is equal to 1 to the power 8 over 2 to the power 8. 1 to the power 8 is just 1. 2 to the power 8 is 256. We could also write 1 over 2 to the 8th as 2 to the negative 8 when doing our calculation.